Hey guys, I had a request for how I make my 3x3 mini envelopes, and I got a huge order for these on Etsy today, so I thought today would be the perfect day to show you. So what I like to use for these is the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. And then I look down here, the card size is 3x3, so I need to cut my paper to a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So we'll do that first. Move these out of the way. And I like to use these 6x6 pads for these. I got this one from Michaels. I think that one came from Hobby Lobby. They just have some really cute patterns in them. So we'll just pull out here. We'll start with, I think I'll cut 4 of these at a time. It usually works pretty good in my paper trimmer to cut 4 at a time. Saves me a little time when I'm making these by the hundreds sometimes, so I like to use any shortcut I can when there's lots to do. So I just want to make sure these are lined up so when I do get them in my trimmer here, they'll cut straight. Okay, so 5 1/4 is out here. Oops. All right. There's 5 1/4. I'll cut. I like to save all these little pieces that come off of this to make my little mini note cards. I'll pull one of these in here to show you. So that's what those look like. And I'll turn them sideways, and it kind of gives it a nice, cute, quilted look to it. But I'd like to use up every little scrap of paper. So I'll save those, set those to the side, move that. And now we're left with our 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 paper size. So bring this back in. I'll show you how this handy dandy punch board works here. Now when I do this, I like to put 2 of these in at a time. They're a little bit thinner, so I can do 2. If you're using cardstock to do this, you just want to do 1 piece because it's a little too thick for that. But 3x3 says I want to score it at 2 5/8. So I go up here to the top, go 2, and over to 5/8. Then I do a punch. And then in this little groove, you want to take the little knife that comes with it and score it there. So then when I turn, this is a score guide. I want to line this up just right with that. Punch and score. Do another quarter turn. Line it up. Punch and score. And then of course the last time. Punch and score. Then I move that out of the way. And once again, to save me time, I go ahead and fold 2 of these at a time. Just go right along the score line there and fold them up. I think I have more than 2 here. I may have 3. It feels a little bit too thick. And then I'll separate those. Nope, I only had the 2. Okay, so when I fold these up, then I've got a perfect little envelope. So now I just need to glue this down. I'll grab a scrap piece here. And I want this flap to hit that flap first, so I'm going to use my glue stick. And tack a little glue here on the end. Fold it over good. And then I'm going to do the same thing with a little glue along this edge. Since this part's going up, I want to catch the outer edge of this. And these glue sticks are a perfect size to do that, so it doesn't get too thick and on your bottom there. So the whole card can go in. Alrighty, move that out of the way. And then the last thing I like to do is use these adhesive squares. They're just the Scotch brand, but they're double-sided. I pull one out and stick it on the top. If you don't want to use those, of course, you can just use glue to seal it, or double-sided tape, or even a little sticker. But they're a perfect size for using these little mini note cards to stick in. And there we have it. That's how you make those. I will put a link to these mini note cards in my Etsy shop. But that's how you do that. Y'all have a great day.